Welcome to the third week of Introduction to Statistics, Unit 1, Lesson 1.5, Displaying Quantitative Data, Histograms. A histogram displays quantitative data using intervals as a bar. The heights of the bars display either the frequencies or the relative frequencies of values within a given interval. One of the reasons we use histograms is that they give a neater image of data distribution than other graphical representations. Here you can see below two comparisons of a dot plot versus a histogram. Here are the steps of creating a histogram. First, you choose equal width intervals that span the entire data. Next, you make a table showing the frequency or relative frequency of each interval. You need to have the data for frequency or relative frequency in order to create your histogram. Third, you draw and label your axis. The horizontal axis has the quantitative variable. The vertical axis shows either the frequency or relative frequency. Fourth, you scale the axis. The vertical axis starts at 0 and goes to the highest frequency or relative frequency. The horizontal axis is scaled with even intervals. And then finally, you draw the bars above each interval. Determining the interval size is a really important component of creating a histogram. On one hand, smaller intervals provide more detail, but smaller intervals can also show less of a clear pattern. Here are two examples of histograms where the first interval was from 0 to 5, and the second interval was from 0 to 2.5. So each interval was 2.5 on the right versus an interval 5 on the left. And you can see the difference in looking at the overall patterns in both of these images. Finally, histograms can be used to compare two or more sets of data, but two important points are important if you're going to use histograms to compare data. First, each histogram has to have the same scale on the vertical axis, either frequency or relative frequency. And second, the intervals of each histogram must be the same size. Histograms with different interval sizes can lead to false comparisons. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that it helps you better understand Unit 1.5 or Unit 1, Lesson 1.5 on histograms.